It's time for Market Explainer, your number one business news podcast. Hosted by Danny and the big man. And it starts right now.
Before we jump into our next story, I want to let you guys know about my marketing company, Avenue Lucky. Now, I've been in the internet marketing business since 2009 as a marketer. I've survived by some way or another. You can go to avenuelucky.com. You can learn about on-demand services that we offer and acquire them today. You can also go check out all of my in-house projects, which you have heard here on this show as sponsors of various the fourth segment every time. I called, I'm internally referring to the fourth story as the WTF of the week. Like,
This is by far my favorite story this week. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's great.
Don't be sorry. On purpose, on this show, I tried to curate an experience where you go, somebody bought what for how many billions of dollars? Right. This guy made how much in 7 months? And then we end off with, okay, what? That's what the goal is. It's like going to a sushi restaurant, the omakase, the tasting menu. You don't ask, I want to present this to you. I'm putting the salmon and the wasabi into the thing. So, a cruise ship, the Crystal Symphony from Crystal Cruises. It was headed towards Miami.
To drop off everyone because it left from Miami.
Yeah, it's the port of Miami.
It was on its way back.
And a company called Peninsula Petroleum Far East filed a lawsuit in the South Florida federal court against Crystal Cruises because Crystal Cruises owes them $4.6 million for fuel. And this specific boat had fueled up for $1.2 million and hadn't paid. So the judge issued an arrest warrant for the ship. Now, I've never been arrested. I have very little interaction with the criminal justice system. How do you arrest a boat, though? I want to know how you arrest a boat. Danny needs to know, how do you arrest a boat?
So,
do you handcuff it? Does the boat resist? How do you resist?
I'm not even going to say what I thought I was going to say. Anyway, the point is, so let's just say you're the ship's captain, right? Now, this is a cruise ship. This is not, some random, no. This is a cruise ship. Not only it's a cruise ship with hundreds of people on it that are on vacation. On vacation. Okay? On vacation, right? And the cruise ship, it's headed back to Miami. It's made all of its stops. And you get a call, Hey, Cap, we need you to go to somewhere else. What are you talking about? We're headed back to Miami. No. They're going to repo the boat if you come into Miami. So I need you to go to Bahamas again.
Yeah, so here's the thing. The CNN article does not use the language repossess. It uses the language arrest. So that's why, and it's literally U.S. Marshals. Like, if Con Air, when you run, they send the marshals after you if you're indicted or whatever, or if you're guilty. I don't know. They send the U.S. Marshals to arrest the boat.
That is hilarious. But look, you've got 300 that you then, as the captain, have to turn around and tell 300 plus people. I think there's mixed on how many people were on the boat, but 300 and some people, plus all of your staff to support those 300 and some customers. And you have to get on the squawk.
People, yeah.
You have to get on the squawk and say, hey, we ain't going to Miami.
Right.
Now think about being a person, a vacationer.
Yeah. And
on the boat.
Right.
And your captain goes, we ain't going back to Miami.
So, and here's my thought. First of all, I just want to be sensitive here. We've made some jokes. I just want to say BLM, Boat Lives Matter. Well, that was the end of the show. I was cool doing it. I guess
that's right. It's all done now.
I guess we're But I was there. I had to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that they have to issue 300 refunds at minimum, partial refunds, because their passengers had to take a ferry from Bimini, Bahamas to the Everglades in Fort Lauderdale.
I couldn't
And
find
many,
anywhere that said that they were issuing refunds.
it doesn't say that they're issuing refunds anywhere. My guess is they'll have to, because you get on a ferry, ain't a cruise ship. And now you've probably added a minimum of 24 hours to my travel.
And if that wasn't bad enough,
Yeah.
apparently it was stormy weather. So they were on a tiny ferry between
Yes.
the Bahamas and Florida
Yeah.
on a tiny ferry during a storm.
Yeah.
If that wasn't bad enough. But anyway, look, I don't know. Look, we all know that over the last 18 months, 2 years, that
Right.
cruise ships, because of all the stuff going on in the world,
The cruise
has taken
industry.
a massive
hit. Yeah.
Okay, and this is kind of the other end of it. This company that actually the umbrella company that owns Crystal Cruises
Yeah.
is a company called I don't want to mess this up, but Genting out of Hong Kong.
Right.
It's apparently Asia's largest cruise operator, and it
And
is literally in the process of liquidating and disseminating assets to cover
dismantling
debts.
it.
Right.
And let me just say this much about the people who were on this cruise. By the way, this ship can hold up to like 850 people.
Right.
So really low, like, because who's taking a cruise? But before the Panini, cruises were stupid. Don't take cruises.
I loved
I
cruises.
Yeah, I
I've
know.
loved them. Now I'm not
I
going on
know
them
you
again,
do.
but I loved them.
I know you do. I don't understand the idea of let's spend $5,000 to sleep in an extremely small room, which is the biggest thing on this thing, so we can just be on a large building that floats. Sure, it's going 100 knots or whatever, but it feels like it's hardly moving. So we can just throw up in a much smaller galley toilet instead of staying at the Four Seasons in Miami.
No, it's amazing. There's always gambling. You get to see all these different places. The food is amazing. You get waited on hand and foot. It's an entire thing. And you don't have to drive anywhere. You don't have to go anywhere. They have movie theaters and swimming pools and rock climbing and all of this kind of stuff.
So what the big man has just described is called a resort. You don't have to drive anywhere. They wait. And this is a floating resort for weirdos, okay? I don't get people who go on cruises. And I know that HBO Max put out just last year, they put out a docu-series on people that got trapped on boats at the start of the Panini.
Sure.
And I was like, too soon. Too soon. This is just
no, I don't want to see
soon,
that,
bro.
And then you turn around and think about it, and again, I love cruises. I've been on several cruises. I've taken my kids on one cruise. So but now on the other side of this, the thought of going on a cruise freaks me out.
Yeah, and so here's the other thing. I love my family and my extended family, but prefer not to spend my vacation days seeing them. And they all wanted to go on a family cruise. Like, we're all going to go. It was pre-Panini. And I said, that sounds great. And I tried to get them to book it when I knew I couldn't go. But
the ship's actually big enough that you could never see your friends and family. Unless you're going to see a show together.
But whatever. I would.
But back to this. I can believe that a company... what I can't believe about this story is that they got a judge to sign off.
It's South Florida, baby.
Arresting in so quick. It had to have been so quick because obviously it wasn't done when they left.
No,
which was only
otherwise why would they leave?
Right.
Otherwise, how would they leave? Yeah.
So this is something that happened while they were out at sea.
Yeah.
And then how did it go from there to? I'm always curious of who told who that told the captain that made the decision that we are not going back to Florida. Somebody made that decision, and it probably wasn't the captain on the ship.
No,
because why would the captain care?
I think the holdings company from Hong Kong, it probably called them and said, you have to turn around and go to the Bahamas, right? So
that can't be easy. I mean,
No.
that can't. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I don't know what all
And
goes into.
the amount of time, because usually when there's an arrest warrant, they're not trying to give you a bunch of warning, like we're coming to get you.
Exactly.
They're like Dog the Bounty Hunter. They just want to surprise you.
That's what I'm saying. How much? I don't. Would this story have been better if like they were so close that they couldn't do anything about it, and then you have all these pictures of like who are they arresting? Like because it's not the
That's my
crew's fault.
question.
It's not like who are
Yeah.
you slapping handcuffs on? Do they have a boot for cruise ships that you put on a?
On the
I don't know.
anchor?
Yeah, like
what-
just
do they boot the anchor to the dock or something? Who knows? It's just the
it's going to be one of those dumb shirts that I like that you don't, where I'm just going to put a cruise ship on it with a big
Yeah.
boot, a car boot across.
and tens of people won't buy it. Yeah, but that was like such a hilarious story. Couldn't not do it. As always, when we close out the show, I like to end with tip of the week. And did you guys know we're heading into the midterm elections of the United States? And I just think that we should make a law right now requiring all political campaigns to be forced to use Comic Sans as their font.
Daniel is a font crazy person, folks. Just
Yeah.
just FYI. We'll see you next time, folks. Or maybe not.
Peace be with you.